Ah, beautiful stuff. Now, speaking of that varsity vibe, the University of Cape Town and the University of the Western Cape competed for the Chester Williams Memorial Trophy. Chester is the legend. Mike, you were there to connect with the man. What was that experience like, dude?
Yeah, it was the first time I've actually been to a UCT rugby match. Everyone here, you always hear about the Green Mile.
The vibe.
And the vibe that it creates. So it was great for me that there were actually fans in the stadium during the game. Unfortunately, from a UWC perspective, they got a little bit of a hiding. UCT were on top.
On fire, yeah.
Yeah, but I think overall the message for the game was just to celebrate Chester Williams and the contribution that he made to the University of Western Cape and to the rugby community in the Western Cape as well. Just speaking to people, you can hear the impact that he's had on them, even if they've just met him for a couple of minutes.
Yeah, likewise. I certainly fit into that fold. Absolute inspiration. Let's hook up right now with the Springbok legend, Chester Williams.
The Green Mile here at the University of Cape Town is the venue for the latest edition of the Western Cape Derby between UWC and UCT. Since last year, this game has taken on extra significance, with the teams now competing for the Chester Williams Memorial Trophy in honour of the late Springbok legend. Williams was a coach at UWC at the time of his passing in 2019, and the teams now compete for the trophy to commemorate his contribution to rugby in the Western Cape and in South Africa as a whole. We caught up with some of the players and the coaches from UWC to find out just what his contribution meant to them as well.
Chester was a legend on itself in Eastern rugby. So I think him coming to UWC was a great honour and a privilege for us as a university. And just being around him was amazing. He brought a lot of calmness to the team, a lot of experience, and so much things that we could learn from him.
I think for me, I worked with Chester, under Chester as well, so there was a lot we could learn from him, the icon he was. So yeah, that was massive, just being with him. As an icon, I think we as a university, we benefited a lot from Chester. Sometimes when people is with you, you don't appreciate him that much, and afterwards you really understand the impact he had. So with Chester, I think as a global icon, we had the privilege to work with him. So I think, yeah, the impact was really massive to everyone in Cape Town and even in the world.
I think it's always an honour and a privilege to play against UCT. I mean, it's a derby game against them. It's always special on the Green Mile. So yeah, I think made it more special with the Chester Memorial Cup. I mean, emotions were flaring, but yeah, it's always nice playing against the fans next to the field. So much special, just to get their performance side of the players out. And obviously the Chester Memorial Cup just made it so much special with them coming out in their numbers and just giving us a cheer.
I think especially in the first half with the wind behind their backs, they capitalized well, a few lapses in concentration from our side. And yeah, to play against momentum, it's very difficult. So I think when they had the momentum, they really punished us. Look, it's 9 long weeks, 10 long weeks, and this one is behind us. We can't do anything about us. But however, next week we need to look at the things we did well, and then obviously look at our next opponent, which is Turks.
It was great to hear the contribution that Chester Williams made to the rugby community here in the Western Cape and to the University of Western Cape in particular. Unfortunately for UWC, they didn't get the result they wanted on the field, with UCT running out resounding winners. It's on to the next for both sides.
Oh, what a vibe. Dude, are you a believer now? Do you believe in varsity rugby?
I do. I mean, some of the talent that was on show just in this game alone is crazy. And I wouldn't be surprised if quite a few of those guys go on to represent Western Province and the Stormers in the future, because the level that these guys are at.
And so exciting. Yeah. We love it, man. Well, we talk about players with the kind of stature of Chester Williams leaving a void. He hasn't left a void. He's left a legacy, and clearly it is living strong.